you can be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. And what that's saying
There you go.
is that you
There
don't
you
have to
go.
reinvent the wheel. There
No,
you
it's
can see what
2020.
right,
No.
right. You can see what people are doing, what's working for them, and you can use that to your benefit. Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Dr. Chapman from Toothsome Dental, and we're here with another Meet the Neighbors Monday. Today we have a very special guest, and I'm very excited to speak to her. After we did our last interview with another local business, she threw this information at us. She said, "You have to speak to this person." So I'm very excited to get all this information, and we'd like to introduce her now. Today we have Tiffani Bell from iDigital Solutions, and we're gonna go ahead and bring her on. Hey Tiffani, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing well. We're very grateful that you're able to take some time out of your day to talk to us today. We know this is going to be full of a lot of gems. So I did a little,
Yes.
background research on you, and I kind of, I went to your website, snooped around, and saw the different things that you do. So I'm very excited.
Uh-huh.
This is a new realm for me. Being online, digital marketing, getting our name and our brand out there. We're starting a dental office in Waldorf. So
Mm-hmm.
like all the things that you're about
Mm-hmm.
to talk about are the things that we're going through now, which is why I'm very excited
Right.
to talk to you. Yeah, would you like to say hi and introduce yourself?
Hi, guys. My name is Tiffani Bell, and I'm the CEO and founder of Innovative Digital Solutions, iDigital Solutions for short. And I'm just really excited for this opportunity to share as much as I know with you guys about digital marketing in this segment as possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're excited to learn. We're excited to learn. So you're the CEO of iDigital Solutions.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
an internet marketing company out of Waldorf, and it's a group of experts who
Yes.
basically
Yes.
take your business online, get your name out online, and the main goal is
Yes.
to bring in leads, and leads are those things which
Yes.
bring in customers to your
Yes.
business. Customers equals profit. Profit
Yes.
equals money. Money equals
Yes.
allow us to do more of what we're doing, right? So,
Correct.
all right,
That's exactly right.
absolutely. So, can you speak a little bit more on that, like what your business is about and what the goal of your business is?
Okay, so I kind of got to give you a backstory to kind of give you an understanding of like what I'm about. So I created my business in 2017 on vacation,
Oh,
and I had a couple of friends here and there say my website designer keeps flunking on me, like they keep disappearing. I pay them money, this and the third. So I actually started out with just a desire to help my family and friends with website building. And so then once I started doing websites, I said, "Oh my goodness." So and I started my business as a digital marketing agency, internet marketing agency. And I realized, okay, wait a second, digital marketing is way more than just building websites. And so in the past 3 years, so I started in 2017 and 2020. My business has evolved just from doing websites to a full blown digital marketing agency because I realized that, like myself, my clients have this misconception that, okay, Tiffani, you did this wonderful website for me, but nobody's is coming. That's when I give them my spiel, like, yeah. So that's where the digital marketing comes in. Your website is only a component of the
mm-hmm.
whole digital marketing pie. Just like you explained, the object is to get leads. I explain it like this: your website is like a house. You can have a house, it's beautiful, but if you never give anybody the address, if you never invite people to your home,
Mm-hmm.
they're never gonna come. So it's the same with your website traffic. You have a website, which is great, but nobody's coming because you have no digital marketing strategies around your website to get those leads to come to your website. And then when they get there, you don't have anything for them to do. You
Yeah.
just maybe have an online brochure or something like that. So that's kind of the quick spiel about what my company does and what we offer. We offer full service digital marketing solutions
Mm-hmm.
for small businesses because I realized, hey, there's something missing here. There's a disconnect between what my clients know and even what I knew in 2017 to what they need to know. So that's kind of a real quick. That's what it is. That's what I'm about.
No,
Helping. small businesses.
Absolutely. That makes 100% sense. And the reason why it makes sense is because we're going through that right now. So, everyone talks about, you have to get online to get online. So in small businesses, mind, it's like, oh, boom, I'll get online, website, I'm online. And then they think, we think that's it. We're online, people are going to find us, search it in, and that's it. But, the way marketing is now, there are other things that you have to do in order to draw potential customers and leads to your site for them to even know about you, right? And there's a bunch of different things that you have to do, not just having a website.
Plethora.
A plethora. And
correct.
I can't really speak on all those things because I'm taking baby steps now, but I know you have all the answers, and you hit the nail on the head when you said it's a full marketing strategy, right? It's not just one thing. All these things all of these things work together in order to make people find you online. So that's what we're going to talk about today, right?
Yes.
All right. So we talked about a website.
Yeah.
A website's kind of like a low-hanging fruit, right? We all know we need to have a website. In today's day and age, if you don't have a website, then you're already kind of behind the 8 ball. What else?
You're not legitimate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if you may be in people's eyes, you're not legitimate, right? So in addition to a website, what are some of the things that a business needs to incorporate in order to be found online and also have an engaging community?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so things that are really, really important in addition to a website, for me, and this is a personal preference, you need an email address associated with your website. So whether it's info@idigitalsolutions.com, admin@iDigital, whatever your business name is, because none of us are buying from Macy's@gmail.com. That's the first.
All right, I'm just gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. So I'm gonna take a note on that because I still don't have an email address that's like at toothsomedental.com. So look, I'm taking notes too. So good. All right, I got my note. All right, you can go on.
Sorry.
No, I told you I'm taking notes. I'm learning here today.
No, that's good. But so the digital marketing aspect, and then I also got into slight business consulting. That's where the creative strategies comes in, because I realized that before you even get to that piece about what you need in terms of digital marketing, there has to be a plan. And so that's the kind of the business aspect. Before you jump into, you need a website. You need some type of social media platform, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever it is. You don't do all of them. They're industry specific. You have to have a plan as to how you're going to put all these things together. So a lot of times I see that people have no business plan.
Mm-hmm.
They have an idea of how this thing is going to work, how the business is going to grow. And it's very, very important that you kind of do that groundwork before you jump into getting a website and a logo. So I did this like mini checklist as to how you can jumpstart a business. And the first thing on my list is research marketing, market research. That's the first thing. Like before you do anything, you have to search your industry. You have to understand, what the climate of your industry is. When you're talking about logo designs, what do their logos look like? What's the professional color? Things like that. And then pricing. You don't just pull prices out of you just don't pull prices out of the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to do market research to determine, where you're going to be in the market, what's your niche, who's your target audience. And then we can get to the marketing piece where I say, okay, yes, you definitely need a website. You need some type of social media platform to lead people to your website.
Yeah.
And on your website, you need some type of lead capture, like a pop-up. If you go to anybody's major website right now, there's going to be a pop-up that says, sign up for such and such for such and such.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they're taking getting your email addresses.
Yeah.
Then there's some type of funnel in the back end where you're going through an email marketing sequence. So it's a whole entire lead generation funnel that's needed, just like you explained in the beginning. And it can be overwhelming. And so what I do is I try to not make it so overwhelming. And there's so much that you can find out on Google. So I say, okay, first things first, what industry are you in? Let's look at some competitors.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what their funnel looks like. And if their funnel isn't too complicated, because I don't do complicated, I do simple.
Mm-hmm.
If their funnel isn't complicated, we can replicate, not identical, like word for word, but we can see, okay, they're getting leads from Facebook ads. They have a Facebook group. And then once they capture your, they're not getting leads, but they're getting leads from Facebook to your website. Then they're capturing you from your website, and then they're putting you through email sequence. So that's pretty much like the simplest funnel that you could have is some type of Facebook, Instagram ad that takes you to a landing page. Then you're going through some type of email marketing sequence to get you to buy in. That's in a nutshell the simplest thing. And then in addition to that, because my company does so much.
Yeah.
When you're talking about SEO, search engine optimization, anybody who tells you that they can get you ranked on Google overnight, they're lying. I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of algorithms involved. But what people miss is the local SEO factor. If you go to my website, you'll see Waldorf. You'll see Waldorf on there. And what you also do for local SEO is you get yourself a Google business page. It's free. Get yourself a Bing business page. Get yourself it's Google, Bing, and it's another one. Make sure you're listed. Make sure your business is listed on those free pages because that helps with free site traffic. And once I started doing that for my website, you'll get hits not even knowing, and you can also do advertisements, those things. So, and I know I'm just saying so much, and it's maybe all to consume, but that's how you can press play, pause, rewind. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
At the end of this segment, the other part about that is when you're doing your advertisements, you always want to undersell, over deliver. So don't tell people that they're going to get this extravagant thing. Give them something baseline and then surprise them at the end. So just, in addition to those things that I said, be creative. That's where the innovative part for my business name comes from. I get really, really creative ideas about business, and they just, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So yeah, that's kind of, I hope I answered the question and more.
you answered it perfectly. The thing is, and we can deconstruct that a little bit and break it down. So the first thing you talked about is market research, right? And knowing who your ideal customer is. That's very important, right? Absolutely.
It's essential.
You can't be everything to everyone, right? You have to have a plan. You have to know like who you are marketing to. That's very important. You then talked about how what you do in your format is you go and look at competitors and see what they're doing. Competition is not a bad thing, right? I mean, the economy and the world thrives on competition.
No, it's a good thing.
There are enough customers for everyone. You just have to carve your niche out into that, right?
Yes.
And you talked about you look at what the competitors do. And one of the quotes that always sticks out to me is that I want to get this right. One of the quotes, it says, you can be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. And what that's saying is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can see what right. You can see what people are doing, what's working for them, and you can use that to your benefit. And I think that's a great idea.
Yes, I'm gonna give you an example really quickly. What people don't know is, and I've never told anybody this, I'm telling you this, with your website, you see a website that you like, if you want to, not necessarily, you can't, because you can't replicate because it's intellectual property. But if you want to know whether they use Squarespace, Shopify, WordPress, Wix, what platform they built the website on, all you have to do is Google what CMS. And Google will tell you, it's a link that you click on. When you Google what CMS, that's what content management system that they use. It will tell you whether it's a Shopify website, Squarespace. It will tell you. So then, because I do all kinds of websites, I do Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, all kinds of I use all the platforms. Yeah. And because the other part about it is, most people are not building websites from scratch nowadays. It takes too much time and it costs a lot of money. Yeah. So most times they're using a content management system to build their website. And with WordPress and Squarespace, I don't know if I've tried it with Wix, but you can then see, okay, they built their website on WordPress. Well, what theme did they use? So then you can Google WordPress theme detector. I'm giving you some tips. And put the URL in there. And you can see exactly the theme that they use. Yeah. Use that theme get that website looking exactly how you want it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about when you're talking about copying the right cat.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're doing it the right way. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's important you mention that, because as a small business owner, you may not necessarily know how to do all that, right? But
Correct.
you need to link up with people that do. So, like iDigital Solutions, you clearly know how to go about that. And those are things that you need to look at, right? You need to know if the people that you're hiring know about these things, and clearly you do.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
That's another thing that I tell people. I know what I'm worth, so I'm going to give you everything that I can. If you're talking to somebody who's just trying to sell you, I would do some research into them, because what I found in this industry is the market is oversaturated with people who say they can do your website, they can do your logo, they can do all of these things, but there's a difference between them doing, and I'll go to the logos because I also do logo designs and graphic design. There's a difference between somebody doing a graphic design for you for graphic purposes and for business purposes.
Yeah.
If you're talking to somebody who says that they can do your logo for you, and they're not talking about industry colors, doing market research, they're not talking about giving you different options, they're not talking about giving you source style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not talking about giving you a style guide.
Mm-hmm.
Run.
Yeah.
Because then when you come to me for your website and you have this logo and I say, well, do you have it transparent? Do you know what colors were used?
Yeah.
No, you used the wrong person, because look at all the major brands. They have a style guide and it tells you the exact hue, the hexadecimal code that was used, like for your logo, that teal.
Yeah.
There's a specific color for that.
Yeah.
So the person who's
there's a code for it, specific code.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
There's that person who's ever handling your digital marketing, whether you're doing it yourself or not for branding purposes, it all needs to be the same. It all needs to look the same. So even if it's off a little bit, the naked eye might not be able to tell. But if you're talking about the teal on your shirt and you go to this green, you can't tell on the screen, but it's very different.
Yeah.
It's very different. And people are going to be able to look, and people are attracted to what they see. So they're going to be able to tell, something is off with that. Something don't look right.
Something don't look right.
Yeah. And you buy off of how you feel. So if you don't feel like somebody has it together, you're not buying from them.
Yeah.
So you gotta talk to people who really know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true. That's so we went through that, the logo design. Like we had a logo. Anyone can make a logo. You can type in make logo on Google, and you can make a logo, right?
Logo maker.
Yeah. And I mean, nothing wrong with that. That's where we started. We started with a logo. We had our vision, and then we took it to our marketing company and we said, yes, we made this logo, but it needs a refresh. Like it needs to be polished. And when you polish your logo and you polish your brand, that's when you start to get into talking about the style guide. You know exactly what code that this green is. So that when you then go and make your social media promotions or your little pictures, you can use Canva. I use Canva. Right. You'll know exactly what.
Ooh, I'm a proponent of Canva.
Yeah, Canva's legit. You know exactly what colors that you need. So absolutely. So So it seems like you do a lot. Creative services. You're a marketing manager. Pay per click, that's like advertising when you run like sponsored ads and stuff like that.
Your Google ads, your Facebook ads.
Yep. And then the SEO services, and that's when you rank as a higher search result on Google, basically, right? You want to be on the first page of Google.
Correct.
If you search for
based
something,
on those keywords.
Yeah, you want to come up first. And the goal is to come up first organically. Because when you search for something on Google, you'll see it's like ad or something like that, right? It comes up.
Correct.
And that's when you're paying to be up there. Okay.
Yep.
But if we can get up there organically, then that's amazing. That's the best, right?
That's the best. But because of the algorithm, though, what people don't understand is it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. It takes using the right keywords. And it takes time. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
Right.
I just do not believe in the overnight get you ranked and most times it's just.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you can be on the first page, but you're absolutely right. It won't be organically. It'll be paid, which is that's part of the marketing strategy as well, right? You need to be seen by
Correct,
people.
correct. You can do paid and organic.
Yeah.
Correct.
Combination.
Correct. But there are people who try to sell you, they
Yeah.
try to sell you on, I can get you ranked first organically with just SEO. And that's not
Right.
necessarily true,
Yeah.
because that's just like when people say, well, I can get you 10,000 followers overnight. Do not do that. Do not do that, because it ruins your and all of this goes off, it should be going off of analytics. It ruins your analytics, because yeah, you have 10,000 followers, but are any of them genuine leads?
Yeah.
Are any of them really interesting? And so yes, it takes time to build a following, but it's better that you go the right way versus trying to jump straight to, well, I got 10,000 followers. Well, none of them are interested in your business because you paid for it.
And you can tell as well those profiles, because there's like there's no engagement, there's no comments.
You got three pictures.
Yeah.
You got three pictures and 30,000 followers, no comments, no nothing. That's not. No.
And this is another thing that we can spend a lot of time talking about that, but like building your business on on Facebook and Instagram, without owning your own platform, it's a little bit of a you're risking a little bit there, right? You need to move. You need to move that traffic to your platform, which is like your website, right?
Your website. Yeah. And so what's crazy is I'm kind of getting to a place now where clients or leads, they're not clients just yet, but leads are coming to me saying, well, do I really need a website in 2020? Yes.
People still ask you that?
Because oh my gosh, it's crazy. Because they think that, well, if I just have a Facebook page, and the other part about it is, I don't mean to be rude, but they're trying to be cheap. Yeah. And the thing about business is you have to invest in your business. What you put in is what you're going to get out. So they're asking me this, trying to save money, but I try to explain to them, you're only going to hurt yourself, because when you Google, I mean, and most of us do it. We're all consumers. When you're looking into a new business, the first thing that we do is what?
Yeah. Google it.
First thing you do. You Google it.
Yeah, you Google
so if you go to Google and all you have is Facebook page, 9 times out of 10, it's not coming up. And you're like, well, I don't know how legitimate the business is. They can't even afford a domain name.
Yeah.
The domain name is $12. So, it's there's so much
because there's
just crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy. And you can make money on like those social media platforms, but you don't own that platform. You don't control it.
No.
They could. No. You see what's going on right now? TikTok is talking about banning TikTok. Yep. Like, what if one day we wake up and Instagram's not there? Like, what happens? You need to have a way to capture your leads and your customers on your own platform. But I don't know.
You have to.
I'm only a dentist, but this stuff interests me, so that's why I get excited about this marketing stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. Yeah. It's really exciting stuff because, and then the other thing about when you solely rely on social media, the algorithms are changing constantly.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, you could throw a hashtag on the image and you could get 1,000,001.
Yeah.
You can get 1,000,001 hits off of just the hashtag. Today, epic fail. Instagram doesn't work like that today. And so, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what I do personally, but I've chucked up hashtags altogether because it doesn't do what it used to do. I'm not saying you should chuck it up, but you have to learn in this digital marketing
it's evolving.
world
Evolves
what
quick
works
too.
for you. It evolves very quick. You have to learn what works for you because you have to be cost efficient. In addition to building your business, you have to actually service your clients. Yeah. And then if you're working a 9 to 5, work your 9 to 5. If you have a spouse, tend to your spouse. If you have kids, tend to your kids. You have to do that at one time. So it's like, you have to learn how to say, okay, I know that Instagram went to this, but I'm just not going to jump on that bandwagon anymore because it takes time. So
Yeah. Absolutely. We're trying to navigate these waters, these marketing waters for the first time, as new business owners. It's an interesting time to be alive, right? Because you have all of these options available to you. You just have to know how to use them. You have to know how to use them to your advantage,
which
right?
One?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then there are some people who go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. Let's go. Go ahead.
So there are some people who are in certain industries who use Instagram because I'll take for instance, I'm a millennial. I know some of my peers who have professional service-based businesses, and they're trying to really market heavy on Instagram. And I'm just like, I don't say anything, but in my mind, I'm like, you have to really understand the different platforms and understand what will work best for your industry, because Instagram, there's a specific age range that's on Instagram. So like for my business, I'm not really looking for people who are in Instagram. I'm looking for people who are on Facebook, who are serious about starting a business, who have the capital to invest in starting a business. So you can't just jump on the internet, Google, and go with the first person who says they can get you $1 million overnight. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I knew talking to you, there's going to be a ton of gems and a ton of value, a ton of information. I really think people need to go back and re-listen to this and re-look at this video, because you're going to be able to pull out a bunch of different things. Absolutely. And the key is, you if you want to put the time in to learn how to do those things yourself, that's fine. But there's nothing wrong with, hiring someone who already knows how to do it.
No.
Because as you were saying, as a business owner, business owner, right, you have a lot on your plate, right? You have family. You have the business of just being in your business, which takes up time. And you want your business to work for you, right? You don't want to work for your business. So I would encourage anyone who is, looking to get a comprehensive marketing strategy together to reach out to you. Where can people find you on more information about you and your business?
So they can go to my website at iDigitalSolutionsLLC.com, or I do have a Facebook business page. You can do at iDigital Solutions LLC, or on Instagram at iDigital Solutions LLC. That's another thing. Everything should be the same, so that when you're telling people about your business, they don't have to. It's all
the same.
Solutions LLC. So anywhere, it's all the same on Facebook, Instagram, and then my website, iDigitalSolutionsLLC.com, or you can email me at Tiffani, TIFFANI.Bell at iDigitalSolutionsLLC.com.
Awesome. Tiffani, I had an awesome time talking to you today. I'm gonna have to go and relook at this video again as well, because there's a few things you said in there that I'm not doing as yet, and I need to be, or we need to be. So I'm gonna relook at it. Is there anything you want to say in closing?
The only thing I would say is starting a business can be overwhelming, but I like to make it easier for you right now. Well, forever, always. I always offer free consultations, free 30-minute consultations, just to talk, see where you are, see where I can help, and then either you stop at your 30-minute consultation or we move forward. So that's that's all I have. Just give me an email, shoot me an email, send a Facebook message, DM on Instagram. I'm here to help. I want to help, especially my Waldorfians. I want to help. I'm local to Waldorf. I want the economy in Waldorf to go even greater than what it is now. So
absolutely.
Hit me up.
And we will add your information into the description of the of all the videos that we post. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, absolutely. All right, everyone. That was an amazing interview with Tiffani from iDigital Solutions LLC. I learned a lot. I know you're going to learn a lot from that. That was just full of value, information, and that's someone who you want working for you. We're going to leave the information in the bottom of the show notes and the description. So if you want to get in contact with her, you'll have all the information. Thank you so much for joining us for another Meet the Neighbors Monday, and we will see you next week. Have a good one.